We are the last class to begin our public school life in the 20th century. Although we were just in kindergarten, we can look back on the big Y2K scare. When we left school in December 1999 for the holidays, it was with great anticipation for Christmas. We didn't care that all the new technologies were going to crash when we rang in the new millennium. All we knew was that it was the Christmas holidays and Santa was on his way. Next we rolled into first grade, and I went back and looked at an old yearbook and found that 45 of us are sitting before you today. The price of gasoline back then was $1.60 per gallon. If only we could have those prices now. My classmates and I spent some of our quality time on the way to Disney to recall some of our favorite memories. Like if you were not considered popular, you most definitely could not play on the red fire truck at recess. And the time when Preston Thomas got the bomb signal stuck to his tongue and cried when we yanked it off. Or the time when Corey Keeling bit Chad Alanis. As we entered second grade, we experienced the dreadful day in September, 9/11. Although we didn't really know what it all meant, we knew that our lives would be changed forever. That same year, I was faced with a tough decision to get pops at school and work home, or spend a day in ISS and miss day Arnold, or throwing dirt clouds back at the boys on the playground and accidentally hitting my cousin Josh Wood right where it counts. And somehow Katara managed to get Preston out of trouble like the rest of us were in. Next, we changed schools and had to face the likes of Miss Rand and Miss Williams. I couldn't believe they were still there because they were teaching way back, even when my dad was in third grade. Again, we recalled our favorite memories. Carrie, Katara, and Katie were the mean girls of the intermediate. And Johnny Brito, moved in. And then there was Jesse Reynolds and his pinstriped overalls. We spent our springs and summers playing softball and baseball. Our girls made it to state for the first time when we were 9 and 10 years old. Then we hosted the state tournament when we were 12. That same year, we started middle school in August without some of our boys because they had won the state championship and had gone to Tennessee to play in the Dixie tournament and missed the whole first week of 6th grade. Hurricane Rita hit a few weeks after school started, so we got to learn what MREs were and how to survive 2 weeks without electricity. We learned how to make bombs out of the heat packets from the MREs. They were lots of fun, but they could hurt you because you never knew when they were going to explode. The best memory that comes to mind from middle school was when we were walking the track at Zap Zero and a bird pooped on Megan Roberts' head. In 8th grade, we learned how precious life was. When we left for Christmas break and came back in January without one of our classmates, Justin Mommy. We learned how to grieve together and comfort each other. Then there was a time at 8th grade graduation when Preston went up on stage to receive his 8th grade completion diploma and had to stop and pull out his phone to receive an important phone call, even though no one was on the other line. Finally, we moved to high school and made many great memories there. My sister Dana and Samantha Johnson had Kelly O'Brien's butt as their screensaver on their phones. At the Texas State Theater Convention, Dylan was supposed to be on the bus at 8 o'clock, but being a gammons, he was late. He decided it was okay to leave him, so he took off sprinting from the bus with no shirt or shoes and unbuttoned pants. He ended up being left, so he had to ride with Miss Bastide, who at the time had a broken arm and was trying to eat and drive 90 miles an hour at the same time. Needless to say, Dylan was scared for his life. Andrew Aldridge recalls setting up for jazz band competition and realizing that Jose Cruz forgot his snare drum. Yvette, Hale, and Luz made a quick trip to Sonic through the track. On the way back, the gate was locked, so they decided to jump the fence. While Luz and Hale made it over the fence easily, Yvette ended up hanging on the fence upside down for a while until she could get loose. We had great times going to football games, basketball games, band trips, track meets, baseball games, and softball games. Except for the time when Douglas Lilly threw a piece of pizza out the window of the bus on the way back from the game and hit a car. The car then sped up to pull the bus over. Douglas had to spend a little extra time with Coach Quick running and doing up-downs. Once again, we were struck by another hurricane. In 10th grade, I came here and did some major damage to our gym. So we spent that year playing our home volleyball games in Livingston. And of course, we had to make some more MRE ones. Samantha Copley made a Facebook group called Being Sent to the Hall in Lantron's class, because everyone got sent to the hall. Junior year was the year of the homecoming prayers. Everyone thought we would be an easy win for homecoming, but they were sadly mistaken. We again had our eyes open on how precious life was when they brought the Shattered Lives program to our school. What an excellent way to give us a reality check before we head off into the real world. Finally, we were in our senior year. Chano and Sass won homecoming king and queen, and then Michael and Taylor won prom king and queen. Then there was senior trip. What happens at Disney stays at Disney. But we will never forget the thong bikinis and Speedos. Ew. We have grown up with great changes from cell phones and texting to laptops, iPads, and touchscreen smartphones. They allow us to stay in constant contact with each other and the internet. As we leave here today, we will spend one more night playing together at Incredible Pizza for project graduation. Then some of us will go away to college, some will take online courses, some will join the military, and some will go out and get jobs. We will probably never be together as a whole group again, but we will always be the class of 2012 of Shepherd High School.